I'm curious, I mean, especially Storm and Nika, you guys don't have an intervention moment or scene this season. You have a whole intervention episode. Mm-hmm. Incredible work from both of you on that, but it's exhausting mentally and emotionally to watch. Mm-hmm. So what was it like to shoot what is essentially, an episode-long intervention?
It's rough. Yeah, it's like you just mentioned, emotionally exhausting. Yeah. You don't realize, okay, I have my lines, I know what I'm going to do, but after a while, your body is affected in a way that I wasn't ready for. I mean, there's a lot of running after each other and tackling and holding and so you forget there's emotional and physical exhaustion. And it was like, I was happy when it was over. I was just like, whoa, okay. I had to go home. I had to decompress. It was a lot, but I think it's what was needed for this season, because I think Rue's character needs to understand that it's not just her younger sister, Gia, being affected. It's her whole sphere of people in her life, her tribe, and to see everyone come together and really root for her to get better. I think that's what, I don't know if that's going to get her clean, but I think that's definitely something that the audience need to know. Like she does have support everywhere she turns. There's someone supporting her.
Yeah, Storm, what was that like for you? Because, I mean, do you prepare for something like that? Do you try not to prepare going in? Like, how do you work that out so that you get through that?
Well, I think my process is with anything, but specifically Euphoria and being Gia, I think it is to prepare, but not over prepare, because things always are changing and there's always new ideas and opportunities in which we find something that really works or that is really brilliant in the moment. But I mean, I think everything Miss Nika said, it's exhausting doing those scenes. It's literally physically, emotionally, and mentally exhausting. And I feel so privileged and so blessed to be able to work on scenes like that when I'm doing them, because that's what I want as an actress, is to be challenged, to be pushed, to feel like I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do it anymore. I feel like that's where my best work comes from. But I would say it's hard, and I would go back to campus and go back to school after I was done filming those scenes, and I would just be done for it. So it paid off, but it was hard.
Colman, things get a bit rocky between your character and Rue this season, which is to be expected when you're dealing with an addict. What was it like for you to explore that portion of their dynamic and to also, have her come to some sort of realization that she needs to apologize for her behavior?
You know what, as I think about it now, in the playing of it, it was very interesting to me that even Ali is shocked at the level of how horrible that an addict can be. To shock someone like Ali, who's been it, who's done plenty of it, to be shocked yet again by someone who can actually, you made a bond with, you've poured your heart open to each other, you were there for each other in that, the trouble don't last always episode. You really unpack so much and have this bond. And then to break that bond, I think it just really shocked him. And so immediately that's why we made the choice that Ali just grabs, because of his impulse. And then he's shocked at what she brought out in him as well. Like she knew how to push his buttons. It keeps letting you know how unsettling and how stable the disease of addiction is, and how they will do anything to have things go their way. The whole season, she's manipulative as hell, but she's using everything. At some point she uses, I think, my perspective, I think sometimes she uses the death of her father to get to get sympathy, which is like, you will even use that. Yeah. So I think Ali understanding the disease of addiction and his whole purpose and his whole engine in the scene is to sort of be that North Star, to say, I've been through it, I've been through the worst, I've done it, and possibly to offer up some light that things can get better. You can do something different with your family. You can do something different with school. I don't know if he's saying to do it. He's just offering up, what he knows. So I think that, I think it is wild, the arc that they have. And I think it's an arc that is trying to be built on just honesty and faith. But then when, the disease of addiction is in the middle of it, it's in between two addicts. He understands it. So he can find some grace. He can find a moment to say of redemption, because he would like that in the world too.
I think that's why I really love the moments between them when they have this dinner and they've all come together and they share moments, either, preparing the food or just sitting there, because it's really sort of the only time that there isn't chaos happening this season.
Right.
So what was it like to have those moments in contrast to, doing something like the intervention episode, to then have a moment just at the dinner table?
That's the happier side of Euphoria. That's the real Euphoria. Everyone's around the table, eating a meal, cracking jokes, being lighthearted, having fun. I think, for us, well, let me just speak for myself. Those were some of the memories that I will always have, as an actor, us literally like being together at that table, joking, singing, having fun. But then in the scene, there's definitely the undertone of like the reality of what's happening. And so it's a little form of escapism, I think. Mm-hmm. We're allowed to escape just for a moment, to make it feel like, wow, this is normal. This is the thing.
We thought that right after you guys, like maybe like within that week, am I right? Mm-hmm. After you guys had that, because I remember Sam kept saying to me, oh man, you should have seen that scene, the work that they did. Mm-hmm. And like, so I guess you guys came into the scene as well, just like, I need some light. I need some fun and laughter. Because everybody was chatty, we were talking, we're laughing. We also, before the scene even starts, we improv a little bit just to like warm it up, telling jokes and stories, and everyone is on it and just having fun. So I think it was well earned. I personally think it was well earned for these two and with Rue, because I know that they went through hell just days before. So I'm just happy to be in the room and be a little lighter.
Oh, bravo, all of you, on the work on that. You all broke my heart this season. So thank you for talking to me about it.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
You.